Hi, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd of 2023, and this is our first day of class for the fall 2023 semester. I'm recording this short introductory video for two of my classes that are fully online, ES 2120 Dynamics and ES 2410 Mechanics of Materials. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the procedures for these classes and also how to get a hold of me and how to make sure that you are able to get into all of the material that you want. So I'll start at the very beginning. And in order to access our course page, you need to go to your student portal, which you can find at the URL my.nwc.edu. Now, when you go to that, you'll come to a landing page that looks like this. It'll be a little bit different because as a faculty member, mine's a little bit different than yours. But the important thing is each one of these areas, which are referred to as cards, organize a different piece of the material that you'll need for being a student here at Northwest College. And you're looking for the card that says online courses and has the Moodle icon underneath it. Now it should be around here, and if it's not, you can move the card so that you can put it where you want it to be, or if it's not visible, come up here to the main menu and using the Discover button, you can look for Moodle, for example, or online classes. And then it will bring you up that card. And there's a little bookmark here. It'll be clear, but you can, if you want the Moodle page to be prominent, then you can just click the clear one and it says save it to your home page, and it will come up as in a prominent location on that page. All right, so then the next step, of course, would be to go to the course that you're registered in, whether it's Dynamics or Mechanics of Materials. And when you do that, it will pull up the Moodle page for each of these classes. Now on the screen right now is the Moodle page for Mechanics of Materials. And on the other, let me just show you the other one just so that you can see the similarities and differences. Or if you pull up Dynamics, it would look something like this. All right, but in either case, all of the material that you'll need for the course is organized on these two pages. I've completed all of the material on the pages through midterm, which is October 12th. And after that, I'll organize the material for the second half of the semester before that happens. But basically, the way that this works is you'll read through the Zoom page, and then there are some important keys. For example, there's a Zoom link for class on each of these pages. There's a link for you to schedule an appointment with me through a program I use called Calendly. And that has all of my open available times. So if you need to talk to me, you can do that. You can also always text me or email me, but there's just a little bit more, there's a couple other ways to do it. So if you feel like you need to have, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, please use the link and schedule an appointment with me. It will assume that we're going to meet by Zoom. If you're on campus and you want to meet face-to-face, just send me an email to that effect. All right, so then looking at the syllabi, now both of the classes are very similar. Once again, the syllabi are not identical because of course it's different material, but basically the syllabi are quite similar. So if you look, for example, at the syllabi for the syllabus for Dynamics, you'll see that there is the meeting location in case you need to contact me, how to schedule a meeting for me, and my email as well. Now, for some reason, I have left off my phone number, which I will give to you in just a moment. But you can always text me. You're also welcome to call me, but I don't ever pick up my voicemail. So if I don't talk to you face to face, I may not actually know that you ever called me. So texting is better just because I will find that. Okay, so my phone number I guess I gave it on the mechanics of materials. Syllabus is 307-272-1833. And I did not put that on the dynamic syllabus, but I will. And in the meantime, everybody can text me at that number, 307-272-1833. And that way we can do work together if there's things that aren't making sense or that you just need a little bit of additional help with. All right, so once again, the material is laid out very similarly in both of these classes. The way that I like to run the classes is in a manner where you have 2 or 3 homework assignments and then a non-proctored quiz. So it could be open book, you just do it on your own, it is timed. But so 2 to 3 homework assignments, a quiz, 2 to 3 homework assignments, a midterm exam. And then in the last half of the semester, it would be similar, 2 to 3 homework assignments, quiz, 2 to 3 homeworks, final. Now, the final exam and the midterm exam are proctored. And so we have to either meet face-to-face or via Zoom so that we can, so it's proctored and timed. It's also not, the midterm and final exams are not open book or open note. You do get to have a sheet with you, which I'll describe later, but you can have a sheet of like engineering comp paper, written front and back, everything that you want, but it has to be in your own handwriting. And you can bring that into the midterm with you and to the final exam with you as well. So, so like here, if we take a look here at mechanics of materials, let me share this page. There we go. Okay, you'll see that we have deadlines and we have the homeworks, but so we have material, there are lectures that you watch, there are notes that you read, there's some pictures that are just more for interest than anything else, but some interesting pictures or small videos that relate to this topic. And then you'll see every now and then a submit button. Submit, one of my students said submit for success. So there is a deadline here. The submit the review for the homework for the method of joints and the method of sections is due September 1st. So what you do is you would find the lecture notes for the methods of sections. The rest of this comes from the textbook or from but this particular, the first one in mechanics of materials comes from a handout. So you open the handout, read through to review, and then at the end of this handout, there are some homework problems, and that's where those problems are taken from. Okay, so you would read through that handout, which is on the page, and then you do the problems that are asked of you, and then you turn them in, submit them through Moodle. So let's come over here just a second. The homework problems that you would do when you click on the assignment, it shows you that you would do problems 6, 14, 15, 30, and 33. Then you submit through here. I do want to make a point that I can accept PDF. PDF is the best. I can accept JPEGs, but there's a format that comes out on an iPhone, which is an HEIC file. I cannot read those, so don't submit them as an HEIC. But a lot of other standard formats are acceptable. But I love PDF, so if you can do it in PDF, that'll be great. And if not, and you have a question about your format, please let me know. But HEIC does not work. So if that's what you have available to you, you have a little bit of time to figure out what you'll do, how you'll be able to translate into something I can read. All right, so in other words, you look for the word submit, you go submit review homework, come down to the next section, it's organized by chapters, submit chapter 1 homework, submit chapter 2 homework, so that's 3 homeworks in mechanics materials, and then a quiz. So you'll open the quiz here. Oops, you can't see that. Let me come over here just a second. You'll open the quiz using this button, but then you write it on a piece of paper and you submit it right here, just like it were a homework assignment. Okay, so you can leave this open for an hour and submit this right away. But that is, like I said, it's not proctored, it's timed, you're given 1 hour. But the basic reason I give the quizzes is I try to step you through doing a problem so that when it comes time for the midterm and the final, you'll know sort of the format that I want that material in. Anyway, so then you take the quiz, then you continue on with homework chapter 3, homework chapter 4, and then the midterm exam. Now this year, the midterm exams have to be done by October 12th, which is a Thursday. That's because we're actually having a long weekend for fall break. So it'll be Friday, October 13th and Monday, October 16th. So we finish the midterms by October 12th. And then I grade them and give you your midterm grades. And then we begin again on Tuesday, October 17th. Now the material from there forward is hidden as just because I don't have the dates and so forth all squared away yet. And there's some tweaking that I need to do with it. But that will get us through to the middle of October into midterm. And I think everything should make sense. Now, if we take a look at the dynamics class, you'll see that it's laid out very similarly, except there's no pre-homework or no review homework. We just jump right into it and start with chapter 11. I also have parts of the textbook posted for the dynamics class. Ultimately, you should buy a textbook, but it's not urgent because I don't want anyone to be held up by not having a textbook. So I do put up some parts of the textbook so that you can get started right away if you don't have that book. All right, so then we're going to go back and take another look at a syllabus and just talk about how the class, now we kind of know how it's going to roll out. We know homework, 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 maybe, then quiz, homework, homework, midterm, and so forth. Okay, so we know what that looks like. Now, the next thing is if you have any questions about the class, the place to find your answers or the place to refer is that syllabus. So each one of the syllabi tell you how to get a hold of me, tell you a description of the course, talk about the outcomes in terms of goals and objectives of the course, the topics we'll cover, the textbook, in this case, both times, textbook is required, but it will tell you if it's required or optional, and then the assessment. Now, in these two classes, the grading is really similar, where your homework and quizzes are each worth a total of 20%. So your homeworks and quizzes are worth 10% of your grade each. Then the midterm and the final are worth 40% each. So they're worth quite a lot. So you want to spend a lot of time getting that sheet put together for the midterm and the final and preparing for the exam. And I'll help you do that. Everything will work toward helping you get ready for the midterm and final. Then, as it says below that, generally overall a percentage of 90 to 100 will correspond to a letter grade of A, and so on. 80 to 90 is a B, and so forth. Now, if you get, I never ever grade down. I sometimes will curve upward, but I never curve down. So in other words, if you make a 90.0%, you're guaranteed an A. If you make an 80.0%, you're guaranteed a B. If you make, for example, an 89.6%, you may get an A, you may get an A minus, you may get a B plus, or you may get a B. Depends on how the other grades roll out. So like if everybody's clustered, this would never happen, but just making up, if everyone's clustered at 97 and you get an 89.4, that kind of looks like a B. However, if everybody's clustered around 90 or 91, that 89.4 looks a lot like an A, or at least an A minus. So I reserve the right to curve up. I never curve down. Or maybe I'm saying that backward. In other words, it always works in your advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so as you go through the syllabus, which is on your Moodle page, you'll also see at the end of the syllabus, there is some universal syllabus information. We put that up as a link because it changes and Northwest College maintains that information. So it's information about what your rights are as a student and how to be successful. By the time students are in mechanics of materials or dynamics, they have quite a bit of good academic background already. So I'm not concerned about bringing up some very basic ideas, but I would end by telling you that I've been teaching here for many years, and there's kind of 4 pillars of success, and that is go to class, which in this case means watch the videos and do the things, do your homework, take the exams and quizzes, and do everything on time. And then if that doesn't work, talk to your instructor. So for example, I really want you to turn things in on time, but there will be times in some students' lives where that is not possible. And when something happens that precludes you from getting something turned in on time, please just get a hold of me and I will work with you to make sure that you still get credit for your work. So just let me know, keep me in the loop, and you'll do great. So I'm looking forward to meeting those of you that I haven't met. Most of you I have met, so we have a little bit of a background, and I'm hopeful that this is going to be a great experience, and I think it will be a great experience. So keep in mind, get a hold of me if things don't work the way you want them to, or if something comes up that I can help you with. That's what I'm here for. And in the meantime, just work through the material. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.